Guys, so we're back again with our 4th gen. We've done some work on this thing, and this time we tried out a new product. This vehicle, when I bought it, I may have mentioned this before, but when I bought it, it had a lot of lights on the dash. It had a lot of codes. It had 2 particular codes, a P0418 and a P2445. Now, these 2 particular codes are relating to the secondary air injection pump and the relay itself. If your vehicle has these, particularly the one, I think it's the P0418, regarding the pump itself, it will go into limp mode. Limp mode, anything called limp mode is never good. And is it as bad as it sounds on a vehicle? Yes. And you'll see in the video that we drive the vehicle, and you'll see how pathetic this thing is in limp mode. Okay, I mean, it basically takes all the power out of this thing. But let me show you a little bit of what we did here. Right after this, you'll see the install for these products, and you'll see the result of these products. It's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. They give you some pretty good instructions. I did have to buy 2 different parts of this product. The first one handled the secondary air injection pump. Second one took care of the relay issue that I was having, which actually was the one that actually put the code, the check engine light on the dash. So this is the final result of what you'll see after the install. Like I said, most of this is pretty straightforward. They basically give you this little unit here. It clips into your mass airflow sensor, sticks here, and there's this little like starter relay wire that you run around the vehicle, and it clips into the relay over here inside of the box. You see that purple wire ran under here. So that is the product that handled the secondary air injection pump itself. And there's also these little plates you have to put in. You'll see in the video also with these like exhaust lines that go around the engine. They're little block off plates you have to install. You have to put those in along with that little unit right there. So that handles the pump. The second part, the part that handles the relay code itself, is this unit right here, and it plugs in. Basically, you got to do a little bit of wiring finesse right here. Again, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. If you guys are having these codes, I do recommend this stuff. Was it cheaper than replacing the pump? Depends on where you get the pump. Now, I've seen pumps as low as like $150 all the way up to like $400, so it really depends on where you get the pump. The total for this was about $380 for all these parts. Really simple to install, so it was definitely easier than replacing the pump itself. But that's it, guys. Stick around if you want to see the install on these products and see the end result. If you got any questions or anything like that about this product or anything particular, hit me up and I'll try to help you out. All right. I'm going to show you how much of a dog this thing is. So if you're cruising along, it's not bad as long as you're not into the throttle. But if you punch it, I mean, that is floored right there. Completely floored. What are we gaining? It's still floored. It just will not move. This limp mode they put it in is no joke. Try entering on one of these freeways out here when it goes like that. I mean, floored, guys. 100% floored. And the worst part is these V8s, they move pretty good. Being that this is 2-wheel drive, they do great burnouts when they're running good. So that is something we're gonna have to prove. Found a kit to bypass that. The pump itself is like $400, maybe $300. It was in the hundreds of dollars. And then you gotta determine whether it is the pump or it is the relay or whatever it is. Check this out. So Hewitt Technologies, apparently this is a pretty common problem with these 4.7 V8s. This company makes this bypass kit. So we're gonna put this on today. And inside here, they got, apparently this is your harness, some sort of bypass plates here, and some instructions. Oh, sweet. Sent me a pen, little flashlight. Nice. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Hopefully this thing actually works. Hopefully I can figure it out. If I read the instructions, I hate instructions. All right, so they're saying the first step is to disconnect this mass airflow sensor. Of course, when I went to disconnect mine, the clip broke off. And then they give you this nifty little harness here, and they're saying to plug one end in here and the other end in here. So that's what we're gonna start with. So we'll see where this goes. So these are connected, and then they give you a little sticky strip right here. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick this thing right on the back of this airbox right here. Seems like a good, safe location. You know, like a little pull tab or something would be handy. Oh my goodness. Ah, got it. Ridiculous. Okay, so next it has you locate the starter relay, or the relay box on these relay boxes right here. All right, so this is your starter relay. This is the little cute purple one we're gonna pull out of here. Use a tool that can get underneath the relay and pry straight out. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Hopefully it doesn't break. Oh, good. This is the starter relay that they give you, relay wire. And what they want you to do is take the end that doesn't have your connector on it. They want you to pull it. They even have it like pre-cut for you. I mean, all you gotta do is pull that little nonsense off, give her a little twist to do. They want you to wrap it around one of these silver prongs on this relay that we just pulled out. I'm gonna wrap this doohickey around here. All right, so that's what I did. So what they want you to do, they want you to do this first. And they give you like, I don't know, 10 foot of wire. And they're saying to hook this up and go test it with a tester. And then disconnect it, plug this end in over at the harness, and then run the wire back, do this again, so then you can cut the wire to length and everything. I should have read ahead in the instructions because I'm not the type of guy that tests things. So I think this looks good. This is what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna take this off, run the wire. Oh my goodness, I put it on too good. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hook this nice little end they give you. There's a little harness on the backpack. This little thing I got, this little doohickey here. Just gotta go on here nice and nice like that. Boom. So now I'm gonna route the wire up and around here, up and around the back here, and back over that relay. Then I'll cut it to length, then I'll stick it on the thing, and then I'll just see what happens. Brother, that don't look factory. I don't know what does. Okay, we're gonna cut this thing to length. We're gonna take the clothes off it, strip it down. This is where we ran our wire. The wire here goes along the back through here, along the brake line. We zip tied it up on the brake line back here. And I brought mine up underneath this fuse box, up in through here. We're gonna push it down in here. I'm gonna reattach it to the relay. It's probably why I know so much about cars, because I end up doing things wrong. And then you learn what not to do. So I'm gonna wrap this wire back around here the way they told us to do it, and then plug it back in. Then they want us to clear the scanner. All right, now we're back. We have the other part of the kit that is needed to eliminate the check engine light on this stupid air injection code that we've been dealing with for a while. See if it works as good as the other thing. Like I said, we already wiped out one code, does not go into limp mode. She runs like a top. All we have left is the check engine light. So if you guys want, I can put description and part numbers or links in the description below if you guys are having the same problem. Hewitt Technologies, excellent company to deal with so far. Their products have been top notch. Customer service is even better. So let's get this rolling, see what happens. Like I said, this second kit was $155. The first kit was also $155. So this is called the Pump Proxy Pack. It eliminates your codes P0418, P0419, and we got some instructions. So I'm gonna dig into this. So this is my PPPPP. Okay, so the instructions say you need to locate the air pump drivers. Now on this particular vehicle, it appears they are on the driver's side, right here. This is the one they're looking for. It's got two big fat wires that go into it. Apparently we are going to change out one of these wires with the pack that they gave us, with one of these that's on here. This is the pack thing. This thing's heavy, dude. It's a small weapon. We're gonna replace one of these, and I think you ground the other part of this wire. I guess they got a YouTube channel on the installation of these. I haven't seen any of them. I'm more of the type of guy like, well, I'm just gonna wing it, see how it goes, and if something goes bad, maybe I'll watch a video. So that's how I roll. So I'm gonna pull that harness out. I guess we gotta pull that red wire out of there. Let's see what happens. All right, so I went ahead and disconnected both of them because this one was kind of in the way of me squeezing to get this sucker out. From what I understand, what they want you to do now is to get this inner part out of here, this white inner part of this plug. And they're saying to stick a screwdriver in here and kind of gently pry this thing out, or stick a pick down in here and to pull this thing, kind of hook and pull this thing out. So I'm hoping this doesn't go really bad. Ooh, I think it worked. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna break it. Oh, it came out. So this is what it looks like once you got it out of there. So now apparently I think it's the red wire we're gonna disconnect now and pull out of here. Upon reading the instructions, which I actually did, they're not quite as clear as I was hoping they would be. The instructions are saying if this is terminal 2, this is the terminal you need to remove. And it says be sure to unplug the battery because terminal 1 is always energized. If this is terminal 2, that's the one we need to pull out. On mine, it's a green wire. On here, it's showing a red wire, but they also show a blue one. Blue and red, I have red and green. They're pulling out the red, but it appears on mine, I will be pulling out the green. Okay, to get these out, also a little vague in the instructions, but if you look right here, I don't know if y'all can see that, right there where my pick is, you need to pry this little piece of plastic back and then pull on the wire itself. So pry this piece of plastic back right here carefully and pull the wire out. Okay, so I'm just going to shove my pick in there to hold that thing back. Okay, and she pulled right out. You can see here, green one's out now. Hopefully that's the right one. So now what they want you to do is to take this is the unit they give you. They want you to take this, put this in replace of that green wire, and then they want you to ground this onto a body bolt, and then this has like a sticky pad on it, and we'll just stick it on the fender well or something. I'm not really sure where to stick it exactly. Okay, so they also want you to tape this one up, I imagine so you don't like make sparks and fire, which sounds exciting to me, but I do need to sell this vehicle. Well, it's pretty ghetto. I'm gonna get another piece of tape on there. So that dude's all wrapped up. Shouldn't cause any problems like that. Let's get the other one stuck on here. I'm gonna shove this in here. It should click in, which it did. So now we have our box hooked up here. It's good to go. Now we just need to ground this. We're just gonna stick it on one of these body panels like right yonder, or maybe all the way back here. This will probably be a real good one right here. This one goes right to the battery anyway. This has a sticky thing on the back of it. Let me just tell you right now, garbage. Don't rely on the sticky thing. What I ended up doing, I was just gonna stick it down there and just leave it be, but I didn't want it to vibrate and make sound. There's 2 holes right here in this fender well. It's got like an industrial style zip tie. Zip tied her off right there. I mean, she's snug, dude. I imagine the zip tie is probably eventually gonna wear away and break and rot away, but till then, that's what we're going with. Don't forget to put your little plastic doodad back in here that we pulled out earlier. I mean, we should be good now. Plug our harnesses back in. Let's see if any sparks happen. Okay, we'll hook our battery back up. Don't forget to unhook your battery before you do anything, guys, because it says one of these wires is live. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Okay, so now we got the first bypass kit on. We got our second bypass kit on. This one's for the relay. The other one was for the mechanical. That took care of the pump with the limp mode issue. So now she runs like a top, dude. And then now this supposedly will get us through emissions. Oh, but just so you know, this is all for off-road use only. This is not going to be used on the road. Thank goodness this vehicle will only be used off-road. It's not on the road right now. I started it. It didn't blow up. And it's not sparking or smoking. Apparently I must have done something slightly correct. The check engine light is currently off, but we did pull off the battery terminal, so I'm gonna run it for a little bit, see if it comes back on. Of course, we'll drive it gently. That's it. Product works. After extensive testing, I would say it works. Light has stayed off, no more limp mode. Everything has worked like it's supposed to. So, hey, if y'all thinking about getting these products, they work. So now, how well they hold up over time? Thanks for watching, guys. Stick around, we got more videos coming. I got at least one more video coming on this truck, so. This thing's like, you know, $20,000 truck now, basically.